of all, the games will go on. I repeat, the games will go on.
Today is marking 30 years since the bombing during the 1996 Summer Olympics right here in Atlanta. 2 people died, more than 100 were hurt. And while the Olympic flame and spirit remain lit, for one family, the light of that night was put out forever. Alice Hawthorne was at the park with her daughter enjoying a dream trip to celebrate the games. She was killed when the bomb went off, leaving a void years have not erased. Our Emily McLeod is speaking with Hawthorne's daughter, keeping her mother's legacy alive today.
Fallon Stubbs and her mom, Alice Hawthorne, packed their Corvette to the brim before leaving Albany, Georgia, and heading 3 hours north to the summer 1996 Olympics in Atlanta.
So we luggage down to the ceiling in this Corvette, and we just drove up, and she just wanted to make the memory for me, make sure that I understood that, one, the Olympics coming to Atlanta was such a big thing. We had never had such a thing there.
Stubbs says her mother knew how much she loved basketball, so they went to see Charles Barkley and the men's basketball dream team.
She knows, of course, how much I love basketball, and she was like, you know what, we should go. Yeah, we should. Yes, we should.
They ended up going to Centennial Olympic Park to take in the celebrations. Stubbs says they weren't there long before her life changed forever.
I can recall that night like it happened yesterday. Like literally, I can hear the bomb go off. I can see all of the things.
A pipe bomb exploded in Centennial Olympic Park, killing Hawthorne and injuring Stubbs.
But my mother, even in that moment, she took all of the shrapnel. If you ever saw her autopsy report, the amount of damage that she endured, so I did not. So I do have scars, but they're not nearly what I would have had if my mother was not in front of me to take the bulk of it.
Ken McGee is a former DEA agent who was helping with security during the Olympics. He happened to be off that evening, but stopped by the park anyway. McGee says he was 40 to 50 feet away from the bomb when it went off.
I heard a little girl screaming, and it turned out to be Fallon.
Stubbs was injured by shrapnel in her arm and leg.
She was talking to me about her mother. Where's her mom? I said, we'll talk about your mom in a little while. Why don't you tell me, what did you do today? Tell me how you... We're just keeping her alive, keeping her aware until we could get paramedics and an ambulance to her.
2 people now linked for a lifetime.
He saw a young girl in need, and his mother was in another space bleeding out. And I'm sure as a man and a father, he said, my job is to protect her. Even though I'm not his daughter, but immediately he wanted to protect me. And so for that, I will always be in his debt.
Imagine being a 14-year-old girl, losing your mother in a terrorist attack while you were severely wounded yourself, and to go on and become a successful businesswoman and God-loving individual. It's just truly a remarkable story, and I'm blessed to be a footnote in that story of her life.
Stubbs says the story of her mom isn't her death, it's her life.
I want them to always remember her life. You know, I think a lot of times we get caught up on today's date, and we want to remember the incident and then the death, but that's not the important part. Her life is the story. So from a young person who was raised in Douglasville during a time of segregation, who came down to Albany State to be educated, who opened up businesses and made ways for other people coming behind her, that's the legacy.
She says her mother's legacy isn't finished. It's still being written.